dollar. Dirt and money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yo, what's good, original? Hold on, y'all. I gotta take that back. Yo, what's good, original? Ooh. It's your boy DJ New Kid, girl.
Zero Nicole.
Back on the channel with another
Kid and C original.
Welcome back to the channel, man. We got top 10 female convicts who freaked out after giving a life sentence. How you gonna freak out a kid? You gonna freak out? This straight up your alley. I'm gonna take mine like a man. Be like, shit, I did the crime. I'm gonna do the time.
I ain't gonna show out.
Damn, life sure is a long time.
Nah, I ain't gonna show out. I ain't gonna show out.
Yo, Mama, can I hug Mama one more time? Mama.
I really would if they, bruh.
That's you. You gonna be Mama.
If I can't at least touch it.
You gonna be Mama. You know I love you.
First of all, I wouldn't even be in this, situation.
You never know. So with that being said, man, before we get into it, make sure you check out the links in the description box.
Down below.
You already know where to go if you want to first support. All you gotta do is check out down below. Also, every single time we salute to the comment of the day.
Salute to you.
We highly appreciate y'all, man. We can't express that enough. But also, if you enjoyed today's video, like it in with a thumbs up. We'll highly appreciate it, man.
Yes.
But it's top 10 female convicts who freaked out after giving a life sentence. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's get it, y'all.
Hello and welcome back to the most amazing top 10 channel on the internet. I'm your host Rebecca Felgate, and it seems like you guys are loving Convicts at the moment. It's okay to enjoy the videos, but don't become one. I don't think you'll enjoy it. It was all about urban legends for you guys for a while, but now your favorite videos seem to come from prison. Whatever, I don't judge. Here is the top 10 female convicts who freaked out after they were given a life sentence. Why it has to be females? I don't know. You tell me. Before we get into this video, why don't you guys leave me a comment to let me know what you would most likely go to jail for. For example, I'm law-abiding, but I do have a weakness for cheese. If cheese was illegal, I would break the law every day. Alright, let's get into this video. Coming in at number 10, we have Diana Lovejoy. Diana Lovejoy freaked out so hard that she fainted when her guilty verdict was read out in court. The woman from Carlsbad in San Diego was arrested for a plot to kill her estranged husband. Diana and Walden McDavid Jr. conspired to kill Greg Mulvihill. The pair were in the middle of a divorce battle and it all got pretty ugly. The man survived a murder attempt, but Diana was still sentenced to 26 years to life in prison for her crime. Here's the moment the guilty verdict was read out.
After a gun rage, and at the word guilty, you hear a thud, then weeping in the gallery. A reporter from another station is trained as a boy, was unconscious for a time, then
She alright. They just said she fainted. But come on now. As soon as you say guilty, you won't even just. It don't even resonate to you that fast that you guilty. Guilty.
She wasn't doing all that when she was plotting. Come on now. Girl, get up. You should have thought about every freaking outcome.
Bro, you knew you was gonna get caught, bro. Come on now, child. Talking about some. Then they picked up, she said.
So dramatic. Girl, get up.
They picked up, she said.
No.
Word of crack.
My goodness.
to a hospital for treatment.
That's right, she straight up conks it in court. She was taken away in a stretcher. Coming in at number 9, we have Alexandria Thomas. Alexandria Thomas and her mother broke down during a hearing at the Palm Beach County Jail in Florida. The woman was accused of stabbing her boyfriend to death outside a supermarket in Palm Beach. She was standing before a judge who told her her boyfriend was in a medically induced coma. The woman soon understood how serious the charges against her were, and this was her reaction.
What you crying for? You did it.
Alexandria Thomas crying hysterically.
As you can see, it was all very intense. Here we have her mother outside of the courtroom, and she's still very emotional.
I know she's very worried about the victim who was her boyfriend, who she loved very much.
No, she didn't.
Coming into number 8, we have Kay Andrea Cook. Kay Andrea's reaction to her sentencing went so viral that we could not discuss it in this video. The then teenager received 20 years for carjacking an elaborate dating app plot that ended in the shooting of another teenager. At the time, Kay Andrea was 18, and when she was read her 20-year sentence, this is what happened first.
Years in state prison.
I'm mad for
So yeah, that's her mother screaming and crying and losing it. I honestly feel like her mum really set her off, because this was then Kay Andrea's response. Yep, neither of them took it well. It was very emotional, and honestly, it's pretty stressful to watch. Coming into number 7.
Let me say this. I feel for.
I don't know why dude got up and pushed the door. Boom.
Yeah, like
Now
you did what you did. You deserve to,
Yeah.
And then I feel for the mom because
It ain't
she
number
probably
20
like,
years, child.
yeah, and I feel for the mom. She's like, you done
38.
lost the child, but at the same time, your child has committed a crime.
A bad
Like,
crime.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
And if she had got away with that,
it
how
is
many
what-
more she would have done?
right?
Because she wouldn't have learned her lesson.
Like, come on now.
Like,
At some point,
some point we gotta hold ourselves accountable. Just
facts.
say, hey, I did the crime.
And now I gotta
I gotta go do the time, bro. Like, I ain't think I was gonna get caught, but I got caught. It is what it is.
It's so crazy to me. It's like for me, like of course, like it's easier said.
Than
Like
done,
then if I sit here and be like, if I know that I done like hurt somebody badly, I don't even like to say I done took somebody's life
Yeah.
or whatever the case is, and then they read me and I'm sitting here passing out, crying, doing like, girl, I done had a lot of time to think on what I just did. I'm not about to put on this show. I'm just about to go on. What's up? Let's go on. Let me go and start my little clock.
Yeah.
Come on
Especially if
now.
it ain't just 20 years. I can sit down for 20. I get out when I'm 30. Well, to be real, at what percentage? 20
what
years at
percentage?
what percent? You get 50%. You ain't doing number 10 years.
You know what I'm saying?
85% at least, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna still be in my 20s. I'm gonna still be in my 30s. Cause it ain't at 100%. So you still
If it's not right.
you still finna get out and have a good time, shawty. The hell?
We have Mitchell Blair. 36-year-old
this one.
Mitchell Blair was a mother of 4 who killed 2 of her children, 9-year-old Stephen Berry and 13-year-old Stoney Blair. She put their bodies in a freezer, so not a great mum. The woman was sentenced to life in jail without parole, meaning that she would never be released. Throughout her much publicized trial, Mitchell broke down with outbursts many times. One example is right here. This came during a custody hearing for her 2 surviving children. She screams she did kill her daughter, getting very irate. She said that the girl had abused her other children, but the court found no evidence of that. She was removed from the courtroom a number of times. Coming into number 6, we have Kayla Ray Norton. So this actually wasn't a life sentence, but it was a pretty long sentence and a fierce reaction. White supremacist Kayla Ray Norton and Jose Torres gatecrashed a black 8-year-old's birthday party with guns guns and a Confederate flag in Douglasville in July 2015. Now the pair were just part of a wider group, but the group did repeatedly use the N-word to the children. Now this was deemed as racially motivated. It also came a month after fellow supremacist Delan Roof killed 9 African Americans in a church, so it was a very sensitive time. Anyway, we can all agree that this was awful behaviour from Kayla and friends, and this was her reaction to her 6-year sentence.
Not me. That's not me. That's not him. I would never walk up.
She did seem pretty sorry. She broke down in tears, and she did say she accepted her sentence. The next freakout also comes from regular sentencing, but it is so
6 years.
6 years you were.
Girl,
That is not me.
That is not him.
That is not me. That is not you.
That really disgusses me.
But
Like,
you got
really?
witnesses and y'all pulled up with
Like,
guns
really?
blazing,
And an 8-year-old.
Confederate
Come on
flags,
now.
screaming racial slurs. It's just 6 years, shawty.
6
and then
years.
you probably gonna get out on good behavior, and you at a percentage. So you probably for 6 years you probably gonna do 3,
Right?
possibly 4.5.
She probably already out. Who knows?
Probably she gonna do it the most 4.5.
It's not funny.
Girl, if you 19, you gonna be out before you 25. You got your whole
Oh my
life. Go
gosh.
sit down for a little while, learn your lesson.
Please, and
come
I hope
out
you learn
with
from
a
this.
with a better mindset. That's all you gotta
That's
do.
all. That's it.
So intense I had to include it. Coming into number 5, we have the Vegas lady who is not done talking. So okay, I know that this isn't a life sentence or anything, but the way in which she freaks out rivals a lot of the freakouts on this list, and I thought you might want to see it. I basically just found this footage by googling woman freaks out in court, so like the details are a bit sketchy here. It seems like this woman has done something dubious in Las Vegas, and she's in court hearing about her crime and the fact that she'll likely go to jail. She tries to explain herself, but the judge is like, shh. This is her reaction to being silenced.
Hold on a second. I'm not done talking.
Yes,
I
you are.
got kids and let me go. I got kids and responsibilities. Yo, let me go. Let's go. Come on. No, let me. Let me. Let me go.
Whoa. Whoa. The leg kicking is super intense. Then, when you think that she's been calmed, she comes out with this.
Doesn't even respect her own goddamn judge. Judgment, she knows I've seen 3 psychologists, but that doesn't count.
Oh,
Sorry, bitch.
If she wasn't going to jail before, she certainly is now. Okay, we have a lot of recent history lady drama, but one of the most intense and horrifying reactions to a sentence in history comes way back from 1541 at the execution of Lady Margaret Pole. Now this is one of the most gruesome and memorable trials of all time. Check it out at number 4. Poor Margaret was arrested by King Henry VIII and his henchmen. She was brought for execution at the Tower of London without trial, so basically her trial was that day, found her guilty, and yeah, her head was coming off. On the 27th of May, a summer's morning, Lady Margaret proclaimed that she was not going to lay her head on the execution block, and if the executioner wanted to decapitate her, he would have to do it where she stood. He did it, but he missed her neck, and she ran around screaming, scratching, and hissing. She literally spat blood at those who wrongly accused her. Eventually, after 11 blows, she was killed, but it's said that her ghost still haunts the Tower of London today. Coming into number 3, back with more modern history.
Probably do.
When was stuff?
Bruh, you got 11?
It took 11? 11?
Bruh,
11?
and she was running around with, bruh.
I'm pretty sure. Especially in your heart.
And it's painful.
Right? Especially when you like till you took your last breath, you was like, I am innocent. I'm pretty sure if it's still.
She probably wasn't innocent.
I know, but I'm saying she said she was.
We don't know.
But we don't know. But that's a bad way to go.
Wherever
out.
this is, trust me, I ain't going. There's some bad juju up in that mob. And then, every time they see some haunted spots, it's always somebody in some old, from 1700s and stuff. It's because y'all did some evil shit back then, bruh.
Mm-hmm.
but it's said that her ghost still haunts the Tower of London today. Coming into number 3, back with more modern history, we have this Dallas woman. Mother Elizabeth Escalona abused her daughter, beating her and gluing her hands to the wall. She was shown pictures of her 2-year-old toddler's injuries. Now the little girl was left near death following her mother's savagery. The 23-year-old woman was sentenced to 99 years in jail, longer than usual life terms. When she's read the sentence, her reaction is very strong.
Penitentiary for a period of 99 years. The sentence goes into effect today. As required by law, you will receive all back time credits. Counsel, is there any
We can't see her face, but her body doubles over in shock. She cries, but the real freak out comes from the woman's mother, who screams the house down.
Counsel, is there any reason in law why sentence should not be pronounced at this time? Safely held, to be turned over to duly authorized.
It's actually heartbreaking on so many levels. I'm really glad the toddler survived, if there is any silver lining here. Okay, you're gonna need to prepare your ears for number 2. We have this Miami screamer. This is so intense. A woman who lived in Miami was arrested for killing her husband, a crime that would carry a life sentence. As she meets with a judge in a bail hearing in 2013, she applies for bond, but she is denied. This was her reaction. She is distressed and also scantily dressed. She's wheeled in a wheelchair, and she seems like clothing has been placed over her rather than on her. I'm not quite sure what's going on here.
Me tengo que ir a la cárcel así, pero mi marido me pegó. Si eres el que me rompió la pierna, por favor, my husband broke my leg. Please, no, don't do that. I have my leg broke.
Anyway, she screams that her husband broke her legs, seeming to confess to the killing, but in self-defense. Seriously, she is screaming at that judge. Finally, coming into number 1, this is one.
She should, for one, you kind of told off on yourself.
So that's why she's in a wheelchair.
But technically, we don't know for a fact your husband broke your leg. Did you break your leg trying to kill your husband?
Who knows? We're not gonna assume. We don't know. We don't know what
took
took
mad
place.
When y'all assuming y'all don't know facts.
But you don't know what took place behind, closed doors. But I just could never.
Sometimes you can always assume. Ain't no wrong with assuming.
I mean, yeah, sometimes, kind of throw your little.
But
it's just your little
2
cents.
cents.
Your little 2 cents. Yeah, that's all. But yeah, I don't know.
Then she
If it wasn't in self-defense, I could never wrap my head around how you can I mean, I know people do it every day, like love somebody one day and then just wake up one day and be like, I'm gonna take this person I don't know. That's weird.
Dramatic things I've ever seen in some courtroom footage. We have the trial of Erica Mae Butts and Shanita Latrice Cunningham. A double whammy and truly, truly sad. The pair were sent to prison for the rest of their lives for beating toddler Serenity Richardson to death. The child's godmother, Erica Mae, and her lover, Shanita, beat the 3-year-old girl, with their defense being, and I quote, "We didn't know what we did would kill her," right? The women caused a courtroom stir. In November 2011, when their sentences were read, first cries and screams are heard as the sentences run out. Then, things get even more dramatic. Both of the women on trial collapse and fall to the floor. The screams we then decipher are coming from the gallery from Erica Mae's mother. It's honestly one of the most intense things I've ever seen. The women are attended to by medics and the mother is escorted out by security, but she's screaming out the door. The whole thing is total chaos. We hear another woman screaming, "Get up, Erica!" She's fainted, I really don't think she can hear you. Then as she comes to, she's dragged out of the courtroom on a wheelie chair, and her girlfriend before her was too, and it's all very intense. She's hyperventilating very loudly, and I just want done with this footage. So guys, that was the top 10 female convicts who freaked out after being
all that whining and complaining
that really
and
bothers
crying
me.
ain't even worth it.
That really, really bothers me, especially when people like this, for instance, when you
Like
take
her mom.
when you take a child's life. You know what I'm saying?
What's your mama crying and hooping hollers? You took her
You
grandbaby.
just took, you know what I'm saying? That's so weird to me. And I guess when you are not in that situation, it's kind of like, are you crying for both situations? Because it's like, you know, it's an unfortunate situation. You took my granddaughter, you took your child, but now I'm about to lose my child. You know, it's just, I don't know. That's
but the way I'm looking at it, I'm like, you should understand, like, your daughter, what your daughter did.
And then y'all sit and say, we didn't know that it was gonna, we didn't know what we were doing was gonna do what, you know,
come on now,
take her. Come on now.
Hopefully if you got a kid, hopefully you would have a little common sense.
Why would you even think to beat a child that, you know, that's crazy. To beat a child, period. But that's crazy to me.
Jeez.
Yeah.
All the fake fame and all that, like, say the drama for your mama for real. Because we all understand how fake it is. And you passing out ain't gonna be like the judge. Oh, well, let me reduce that because it seems like you're taking it real hard. Or
are some of them real because they thought that maybe it wasn't going to be as much, like the sentence wasn't going to be as much. You know what I'm saying?
Because a lot of these lawyers gonna be lying to them.
Yeah, because maybe in their head they probably was like,
I want a lawyer that's gonna keep it 100 with me.
Real with me. Like maybe in their head they was like, well, the most that you probably will get is 20 to 25 years. Then when they read their life, you're like, what the? You know what I'm saying?
Keep it real with me.
I don't know.
What's the high chance possibility?
What?
What's the low chance possibility? The 20. All right, I ain't even gonna expect the 20 because that's the low possibility. If I get it, ooh Lord, but. What's the high chance possibility?
And when you tell me life, I'm gonna already like, come on now. So some of them probably are real, and it's not even the remorse from what I just did. It's just because, dang, I thought I was gonna get a less sentence.
I thought I was gonna be able to go home. One day.
One day. Thanks. That's crazy.
Oh man, with that being said,
sad.
Y'all spam us up in the comments. Let us know y'all thoughts and opinions down below. But as always, y'all know how it goes.
Go ahead.
I do go with the name DJ Kid this is.
Sierra Nicole.
We are. We are.
Go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack of flip for my folks. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar.